Welcome back, and it's day 4 of the 5 SMC questions. And again, these are not the most difficult questions. We're going to do some more difficult questions next week as we build up to the actual exam in the UK itself. However, these are quite tricky and they do get harder as we go on. So, usual thing, pause the video, have a go at this question, back in a minute. Okay, so how do we do? Now, obviously a bit harder for you, given I have the diagram in front of me that allows me to do it, but nevertheless you get the idea, and a good sketch will help you a little bit. So let's start with the square itself. So the square itself, I'm just going to draw a red square here, and then I'm going to divide that into 2, and then I'm going to try and replicate the triangle, and I'm going to try and do a reasonably good job here because it helps demonstrate the answer slightly better. Now, there's 2 keys to this question. The first key is to recognise you've got a lot of right angles. Ironically, I've missed out the most crucial right angle, but again, you can see there's lots of right angles going on. The other bit of the question, to which I probably would say it's impossible without this bit, is you need to recognise that A and B are congruent triangles. And if they're congruent triangles, that means you can set up a function that doesn't directly involve the angles that you can see in front of you. So you always need some second factor that allows you to compare angles and make them the same or different or add up to 180 or whatever it might be. Anyway, so I've got my setup. So I've got some right angles, I've got 2 congruent triangles, and I want to work out what this angle here is, which in the question is called alpha. Again, congruent triangles means that this angle here is also alpha, and of course that makes sense if you imagine folding the triangle back up. And that means that, and I'm going to represent these by colours because it's easier than using letters and numbers, which means that this purple angle over here is going to be 90 minus the yellow angle. And of course that is the same as that purple angle there. Now, the key to this question, although we've done most of the hard work already, is I then have a missing angle in the top right corner. And moreover, I also know if I represent the length of the square itself by 2x, I also know that the length of the half line, if you like, is 2x. And of course, therefore, the length of the half side is going to be x. And therefore, when I'm looking to work out this angle here, well, it's just a 90-degree triangle. So therefore, it's your standard normal 2D trigonometry. So therefore, cos theta equals x over 2x, or cos theta equals a half. Remember, this is a non-calculator paper. So it's always going to involve some straightforward calculation like this. It's never going to be a difficult angle. That means that theta equals 60. I know, therefore, the black angle equals 60. I know the total of these angles in the top right are 90. Set up my equation. So I've got 90 minus alpha plus 90 minus alpha, which are the purple angles, plus the 60 I've just worked out. That equals 90. Bit of rearranging. 180 minus 2 alpha is 30. Solve it now, and that gives me alpha is 75. And the answer to today's question, pretty satisfying if you've got there, it's a good question, is 75 degrees, or answer E. As ever, do like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you did it a different way, or let me know how you did it. I'm always interested to know of different ways of doing these questions. And I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's question. Tomorrow is a sort of question I also ask as an interview when I do some interview practice for Oxbridge or similar sort of application. Come back tomorrow and I'll see you all then. Thanks all.